As the Divisional Commander in Edinburgh, I wanted to provide an update on a number of the issues that are ongoing in the city at the moment. As you might be aware, over the next couple of weeks we've got a lot of protests and demonstrations planned in the city. Tomorrow the SDL will be assembling at the Scottish Parliament, and next week a group called Pegida are also intent on coming to the city and meeting. I want to reassure the public that we are working very closely with our planning partners to do everything we can to ensure that any assembly of that nature is lawful. And I want to reassure the public, and in particular minority ethnic communities across the city, that we will not tolerate unlawful protest or behaviour, and that if there is any behaviour which is unlawful, we will act swiftly and professionally to target those responsible. Over the last couple of weeks there's been a number of incidents in the city that have involved firearms. Of course, this is concerning to everybody, and I want to reassure people that we are professionally responding to them. We are working tirelessly to bring those responsible to justice, and to date we've had some excellent results and arrests in relation to the robbery at Lanes Jewellers and Ladbrokes in the Portobello area. Other firearms incidents that have taken place are being fully investigated. We've got some very positive lines of inquiry, and I'm certainly confident that in the weeks ahead we'll bring those responsible to justice. We won't tolerate gun crime in the City of Edinburgh. We won't tolerate organised criminality in any way, shape or form. In the last year we've arrested over 200 organised criminals, and I'll be working very hard, as will my frontline officers, to ensure that that continues. We'll do everything we can to stamp it out. On another note, I want to touch on some of the great results we've had tackling auto crime. Unfortunately, in Edinburgh, there is an issue and there is a problem with people getting their cars broken into and stolen. In addition, we know that people often break into houses to access car keys so that they can then steal cars that are secured nearby or in your driveways. We've got a team of dedicated officers working to target the criminals responsible for that behaviour. They, of course, range in age from teenage boys up to adults in their 20s and 30s. But I want to reassure people that wherever possible, we arrest those individuals and we put them before the court. We work very closely with the social work department and with other agencies to target in particular the youngsters involved in this type of crime. And I know it can be frustrating for communities who see these individuals being arrested and then released shortly after to go on and commit more offences. We do everything we can to work with the reporter and other agencies to try and divert them and prevent them engaging in that behaviour in the first place. We will continue to do that, and I'm confident in the months ahead we'll make a real inroad into targeting those responsible and to reducing the volume of auto crime. It's almost the end of our recording year for crime statistics. We start in April with a new year ahead, and I want to reassure people that our focus is very much on delivering what matters to local people in Edinburgh. You've told us that violent crime is important and we should do something about it. Well, I'm pleased to say over the last year violent crime has continued to go down. You've also told us that car crime and housebreaking is really important too. We'll have dedicated officers and housebreaking teams and car crime teams going forward into next year, and we'll be making real inroads into doing something about those issues. We want to listen to what you've got to tell us. We do ask you what your views are, and over 6,000 of you have told us what matters to you across the city. It's those issues that we'll be focusing on in the next 12 months, and I'll update you on Twitter, on Facebook and through social media in the future as we go ahead. Thank you.